Thank you for being here today in this session of the Learning Tube, where we're going to get into all things AI and applying for your next role. So I hope that you're excited to be here. I want to grab the chat just so I can see what's going on. Is everybody ready to learn how we could beat the system with the system using AI for applying for work? Let me know if you're ready. Yeah, awesome. All right, so I am super pumped to be here. So thank you so much for the Learning Tube crew for allowing me to be here today to talk to you guys. I am Leslie Tate, the founder of Everyday Digital, and I'm a certified AI consultant. On today's session, I'm going to share with you some of the insider secrets on how you can land your next interview and finally stop being ghosted by recruiters. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in my job hunt, I used to get ghosted all the time. It was very frustrating. So I'm going to show you guys everything I did to get that next role. So as I mentioned, I am Leslie Barreto Tate. I am a wife, a mom of two, and a recovering corporate overachiever. Before we dive into the strategies, let me share with you a little bit about why this topic matters to me and why I wanted to talk about it. So I have spent over 15 years in corporate America doing the most. I have managed projects, led teams, and mentored others on how to succeed in their careers. But even with all of that, I had my moments where I felt overlooked and truly stuck. So one of those moments for me was when I was laid off in 2023. And this is like a common thing now. Everyone's getting laid off left and right. And on top of me being laid off back then, I was also very pregnant with my second child, which was another struggle on top of everything else. So like many of you, I had to face the job market again. I had to apply kind of bypassing the applicant tracking system, knowing that hundreds of other resumes were hitting the same job post. So I lived through how much time it takes to tailor each and every single resume to a job, and then you would completely get lost in the shuffle. And that's when I turned to AI. I told myself, I have to work smarter. There's no way that I'm going to spend 3 hours to apply for one role just to get denied within minutes. So now I'm going to teach you how I did it. And this is not just theories. These are actual tools that I've used. So my only goal today is to help you walk away with a clear, practical plan that you could use and leverage AI to save you time and to stand out amongst the crowd and also help you land that next interview. So I hope everybody is ready. So I want to get into some numbers because when I dug into these, they really, really shook me, right? So does anybody know what an applicant tracking system is, ATS, what that stands for? It is, yes, I know, it's the worst. So an applicant tracking system is literally a robot that decides if your resume is good enough before a human ever sees your name. So as you're submitting your application, there is a system that's actually scanning your resume for particular keywords, right? Pre-screens, exactly. So it is scanning to see if you have the correct keywords in your resume that's going to pass you through to the next level. So the average job post gets 120 to 230 applications, one job post. And out of all of those applications, maybe 4 to 6 of these actually get an interview. And I thought the numbers were crazy. So I called one of my friends who actually works at a Fortune 500 company as a recruiter. And she says, yes, that's exactly what happens. So that means that most of us are truly getting filtered out by a machine. And I don't know if you've ever experienced what I mentioned earlier, but I remember spending hours applying for a job, hitting submit, and within minutes, it would tell me, you don't qualify for the role. It's like, you didn't even interview me. How do you know? I'm fabulous, right? So it was really, really tough. So if you are feeling invisible, it's not personal, it's technical, and I'm going to show you how to overcome that. So more than likely, the real reason you're being overlooked is because of your resume and your online profile, which may be missing some key information. So you could literally be Beyonce level qualified, but if your resume isn't formatted right or you're missing keywords, you never had a chance. You will never get through to a recruiter. The system wasn't designed for humans, it was designed for filtering. So, what I'm going to show you is how you can beat the system with the system. All right. So, the number one thing that I see particularly is LinkedIn, the profile picture. Think of LinkedIn as your digital first impression, and it truly is your 24/7 sales rep. You must make sure that you have a photo of yourself, and most people either don't have one or have one that is a cropped family photo, right? So today I'm going to show you how you can create a professional looking headshot for free using AI in Google Gemini. So let me get right into Google Gemini and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So if you have a computer in front of you, you can log into Google Gemini or gemini.google.com. So let me know if you're there. Everybody ready to see how you can create your first AI image? So you're going to come into Google Gemini and you're going to say, generate a professional headshot. That's it. You're going to look for a picture of yourself. You're going to upload it and you're going to hit submit. Within minutes, not even minutes, within seconds, truly, it'll create a completely beautiful headshot that you can update your LinkedIn right away for free. I have a pro version, but you don't need one. It already took my beautiful picture, so let's try another one. Let me do this one. Generate a professional headshot photo. Right? So most people have like a selfie that they've taken of themselves, maybe with their spouse, and then they just cut the other person out and post themselves in the picture. So you can upload pictures and have it remake it for you. All right? So let me actually let me show the clip that I did here because it walks through the steps. So you're going to go to gemini.google.com. I have a pro version of Gemini, but you do not need one. This is absolutely free. So you can switch the account and completely be on a free account. The prompt is create a professional headshot. Oh, thank you. And you can upload a picture. This worked a lot better for me earlier today, but watch. So I went ahead and just uploaded a selfie, and then it'll put me in an actual professional image. Something that you can use right away. Like, I literally just saved you hundreds of dollars. You don't need a professional photographer. You can just upload a selfie, tell it that you need a professional headshot, and done. Now take that picture and update your LinkedIn profile. All right, was that easy? Yes, way cool, right? Yeah, Gemini has some really, really awesome features. So if you're not on it, I highly recommend that you start leveraging it. Right? So the other thing that we need is a resume, right? We need to make sure that we have a super polished resume. So now that we have your first image completely done and you look sharp and you're ready to go, we need to update your resume because the truth is that the days of having a one size fits all resume, those days are completely over. And this is where AI changes the game. So instead of spending hours rewriting the same resume over and over, we can upload our LinkedIn profile and the target job description into ChatGPT. And in seconds, AI will evaluate your profile, show you where you're strong, highlight what's missing on your resume, and then rewrite your resume in an ATS-friendly format. So another full disclaimer that I want to share that I got from my recruiter bestie. She said, make sure that when you're using ChatGPT to apply for a role, that you are truly looking for a position that aligns with your skills and your background. Like, we can't go from being a Starbucks barista right out of high school into being a paralegal, right? So we want to be realistic with the type of roles that we're applying for, because one of the things that AI is super complementary. So it's like, all right, I'm a cashier and I want to be a doctor. ChatGPT is, all right, that's a great goal. Let me help you get there. And that's how AI works. So you want to make sure that when you're using AI to apply for work, that you're doing that ethically, right? So I'm going to show you now how to download your LinkedIn profile and then how to align it with the right goal, with the right job, and then get you applying. So the first thing you want to do is log into your LinkedIn, and you have now updated your profile picture with a more professional one. You're going to click on resources and you're going to download as a PDF. This will download your entire profile into a PDF format. You're going to open, review everything, and then we're going to take this into ChatGPT and have it evaluated right next to the position that you want to apply for. So we're going to go into ChatGPT and you're going to give it a prompt. Now, for those of you that stay to the very end, I have a freebie that I'm going to share with all of you guys where I'm going to give you all of these prompts. But you're going to go right into ChatGPT. Let me see if the video, well, let me log in. Let's do it live then. Leanne, make sure that you're uploading a picture of yourself, but it should give you a profile picture. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. My video is frozen here. So let's just go over to my screen is frozen. So let me see if I can stop sharing and come back and reshare. Here we go. Thank you. You can, at least you can hear me, right? We can still talk while I get this going. All right, perfect. So here we go. We're going to share sounds, and we are back. Perfect. Now it is loading. Let's get this going. So, all right, that is not working as I planned, but we're going to pivot. That's like my favorite word. So we're going to go over to where I went through this exercise over in ChatGPT, and we're going to upload our resume, and we're going to upload, here we go, LinkedIn profile. So profile evaluation, here we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that profile from LinkedIn and we're going to upload it to ChatGPT. We're going to tell ChatGPT, I want you to act as an expert recruiter, particularly on LinkedIn, and I'm going to need you to help me review it. I'm going to upload 2 files. I'm going to give you my LinkedIn profile, which is what's here attached. And then I'm going to give you my desired job that I want to apply for. So I want you to evaluate my profile against the job description. I want you to show me how I am a strong fit for this role, identify any gaps, suggest keywords and skills that should be on my job description. I want you to help me rewrite my resume in a clean format that is actually going to bypass the ATS tracking system. And then I want it to be in one column. I want it to be in bullet points, all the things, right? I went ahead and grabbed the job post for the job that I want to apply for, and I pasted it in the same chat. So it's very, very long. Now, ChatGPT took a few seconds to review everything, and it took my profile and the job and put them side by side. And now it's going to give me, right, feedback on overall how this role aligns best with me, right? So the role requires someone who is both AI powered user and change manager leader. And these are all of the areas in which you win for this particular job. These are some of the places that you are a strong fit for, so I can play off of this when I'm applying for the role and interviewing. And then these are the gaps and weaknesses for the actual role. So I need to make sure that in the language I have that I've trained over 2,000 people, but I don't have any percentages like adoption increases, employee productivity gains, and things like that. Those metrics that are super important that recruiters want to see on your resume. And then I provided, so most of your examples are community or professional focus. They want me to tailor them to enterprise adoption because that actually better aligns with the job that I'm applying for. Then it gives me some keywords that I could add so that it'll make me actually stand out for recruiters as well. So one of the things that we got to think about is not just the job that we're applying for, but recruiters use LinkedIn and they use them with specific keywords. So you want to make sure that you have the right keywords on your resume and your profile that's going to make you that's going to be able that a recruiter is going to be able to find you. So those are some of the things that you want to add to your resume. And then it walked me through actually how it would rework my resume all within seconds. I didn't have to do anything. And then it asked me, because this was the part that used to take me a lot of time, was then having to take the information, create a brand new resume, save it for that one job, and do all the things. You don't have to do that anymore. You can just tell ChatGPT to actually put it in a doc format, and it'll actually give you, the Word doc already ready, already formatted for you and ready to go. So super, super easy. Would that save you guys time or what? Right? Like, how long did you have to spend creating one resume for each role? Can you use ChatGPT to create a LinkedIn profile for your resume? Yes, you can. Yep, it saves a massive amount of time. Yep. You can upload your resume as well. So I've done both. So you can upload your resume, you can upload your profile, and you can upload the job, or you could do one or the other and have it evaluate everything. If you know, like for me, I am an AI consultant, and that's all of the jobs that I want to apply for are AI consultant focused. So I can look for either a role or companies that I'm interested in applying in. You can upload the links to those company profiles. What are their values? What are they looking for? Tell ChatGPT, hey, these are the positions that I'm interested in. These are the companies that I'm interested in. Give me some keywords, give me some information that would make me a valuable candidate for a recruiter inside of this organization. And you can tailor your entire LinkedIn profile and your resume to target those specific jobs. Like, you want to make sure that you're leverage AI for all of these things. There's no reason that we should be struggling to try and make all this stuff work. Another thing that it'll do for you, it'll review someone asked about the LinkedIn profile, it'll actually give you an enhanced profile. You know, when you log into your LinkedIn profile, you have a summary up at the top here. So it reviewed mine and that actually gave me some suggestions on how I can make it better so that I can stand out for that particular role that I was interested in. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, so that is that. And I see some questions coming in, so I'll make sure to come back to those. All right, so now that you have your profile picture, you have your resume and it looks great and your LinkedIn profile is truly optimized, you're ready to go, right? You're ready for that interview. But here's the truth, like you need to make sure that you are prepared for that interview. And the good news is that with ChatGPT, you can actually prep for the job interview itself. So has anybody ever used the advanced voice mode inside of ChatGPT? I discovered this not that long ago. Yeah, and it is like my best friend. So now you can use it to prep for an actual role. So I'm going to show you and let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Let's make sure that we can. So listen to this. I used to call my best friend to walk me through, like, can you coach me on interviewing? Now I don't even have to bother her. Now I can just go over to ChatGPT and prepare on my own. So you're going to log into ChatGPT. For those of you that have not had the pleasure of doing this yet, once you figure it out, it's amazing. All right. So you're going to click here where it says use voice mode. And I need your help. I'm prepping for a job interview and I need you to act as an expert recruiter and career coach. I'm interviewing for an AI consultant role and I want you to ask me a total of 3 questions. After each question, I want you to evaluate my answer, give me clear feedback, and then tell me what I did well and what I missed. And then I want you to go to the next question after I've completed it. At the end of the 3rd question, I want you to give me an overall evaluation and tips on how I can better interview when I get that phone call. Does that all make sense?
Absolutely. That makes perfect sense. I'll keep it clear and straightforward. I'll ask you one question at a time, give you direct feedback on your answer, and then move to the next question. After the 3rd question, I'll give you an overall evaluation and some tips.
Thank you, Spruce.
You're welcome. All right, let's dive in. Here's your first question. Can you tell me about a time when you used AI to solve a complex problem in a previous role? Go ahead and answer whenever you're ready, and then I'll give you feedback.
Yes, in my previous role, I actually had to communicate with folks from all over the world. One of the things that was most challenging to me was communication. So I had to make sure that not only was I communicating in real time to everyone, but also in the language that they understood. So I leveraged AI to help me communicate with the teams across the board, creating multiple docs and also audio in different languages that allowed me to save hundreds of hours and also thousands of dollars in getting things professionally translated.
Great start. You clearly showed how you used AI to tackle a real communication challenge and save both time and money. That's definitely a strong example. One thing you did well is you made it practical and you explained the impact. One area to improve might be to give a specific example of the kind of AI tool you use just to make it more concrete. Overall, really good job on the first question. Now let's move on.
So there you go. Just like that, you can start using ChatGPT and active voice mode as your flipping coach in your pocket. Like, is that cool or what? Super cool, super cool. And yes, it is Tyrone, it is Spruce. I stole him from Alicia and he is mine now. He is mine. Every time I play that, people are like, oh, that's such a nice voice. I'm like, I know. Tyrone. For those of you that know. All right, so advanced AI voice coaching is super, super cool. All right, so the next thing is AI agents. So AI agents can be used for a lot of things. And if you are in Alicia's world, you have seen her use it to book appointments and travel and all of those things. Well, I put an AI agent to the test and I actually thought to myself, how could I use this to find work? So not only can we look for positions inside, obviously, of LinkedIn and Indeed and all of that, but what if I just have it searching for me? What if I just gave it a task to go and do and actually find me the positions that are going to be a good fit for me? Like, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that save everybody a bunch of time? Like, drop in the chat how many hours you spend looking for a job, or if you had a job, how much time and effort did you have to put into actually searching for a job? I'll tell you that for me, it was like it was like my full-time job, too many hours, right? I remember when I was laid off, my full-time job was finding a job. Like that's all I did. I clocked in, I was on Indeed, I was on LinkedIn. I was just like searching like, Lord, please somebody hire me, right? So then I wish I would have had this back in 2023, but I didn't. And then I was like, let me put this to the test and see how this would actually work. And I use an agent. I use an agent to actually find me roles that aligned with my background. All I had to do was open up ChatGPT, select a plus sign, switch it to agent mode, upload my revised resume that I just got because of my LinkedIn profile and that other exercise that we just did. And then I copied and pasted this prompt. I'm uploading my resume. Please analyze it and extracts my core skills, work history, certifications, and industry background. I want you to search for opportunities that match my profile in the state of Florida or remote opportunities. I want you to look for job titles that are artificial intelligence consultant or AI consultant. I want a full-time role. I want to get paid about 110 to 150K. Only include job postings that are within 10 days. I don't want any stale job postings, right? And then for each match, I want you to provide the job title, the name of the company, the location, key requirements and skills, why I would be a good fit, direct application link, rank the results from best to least aligned, limited to top 10 opportunities, and also suggest any keywords that I may be missing. And it did all of that. And it gave me everything. It gave me the job, the actual role, where it was, where the job was actually located, the link to apply, like everything. You don't have to like stress. You can actually set this up as a task, and every morning just send me what's happening. Every week just send me what is happening in the world, so all I have to do is grab my coffee and click submit and send my resume, and done. At the end, Phyllis, I will give you the prompt because it's very long and I'm not going to read it again, but I'll provide it for you. We'll submit the link for you to get it from me, and I'll send it over to you. But isn't that stinking cool? Like AI could truly make our lives so much easier. All we have to do is learn to communicate with it and use all of the different functions to get what you need. Like, there's no way that I would be stressing today if I got laid off. Like, no way. I would just, me, Chatty, and Tyrone would just be working together and getting things done. All right. So another thing that is really, really interesting that I read this article on not that long ago that I wanted to share is with all this AI talk. So you have your resume, you're prepped for your interviews, you find the opportunities, but you got to look ahead, right? You got to make sure that you are thinking about the future. So the future of hiring is being shaped right now. There has never been a time like this right now. And AI is completely leading the way. I don't know if any of y'all saw this, but OpenAI actually has a training platform where you can go on and learn all things AI and OpenAI. So they have set a goal to certify over 10 million Americans by 2030. And it's 2025, so that's like 5 years. Like before you know it, we're there. And we need to be fully prepared. In any role that you have, you need to start leveraging AI because whether you like it or not, we're interacting with it all of the time. So major employers like Walmart, John Deere, BCG, Accenture, and Indeed are already on board as partners in their OpenAI jobs platform. So like we use LinkedIn, OpenAI is going to be able to do that for us. So we'll be able to do some of the things that we did much easier because OpenAI understands who we are and our skills, and it's going to be able to match us perfectly with roles. So keep an eye out for that and make sure that you are getting fully prepared. And why this matters to employers is because employers are now getting a trusted way to identify candidates who are actually fluent in AI tools because they would have been through this system and they understand all of the training. It helps them cut through the noise in the hiring process and find talent much, much faster, right? Because they have a curated list of people that are just ready to go and fluent in AI. And why this should matter to you? Well, it means a clear, accessible pathway to stand out in this super crowded market. So you'll be able to learn AI skills directly in the tools employers are already using. So it is so important, like I mentioned, to start building these skills now, as you will be one of those people that actually stand out, because the early adopters of AI and the people that get certified, like I did, how I obtained my AI certification was through Alicia Little's program and her accreditation, is it just changes the game. It will have a serious advantage. You will truly have a serious advantage in the marketplace if you leverage AI. And I tell you what, I got my certification just a few weeks ago, and my life looks completely different because of the opportunities that are available. So look into OpenAI and look into their training. They have training there. And then folks like our leaders like Alicia Little also have really great programs that'll get you truly equipped for now and for the future. So this is it. We've covered a lot today, right? So was that all valuable things that you could do? And I'm going to go through the chat and answer some of the questions that we've gotten, but this is your roadmap, like your true AI roadmap to success, right? So optimize your profile, tailor every resume, prep with Tyrone or Spruce, however you want to call them. Let an AI agent headhunt for you and find you those roles that are going to fit your skills and your background. And if you follow these steps, you'll be miles ahead of most job seekers in today's market. So anybody excited? All the things that we learned today, get that job, level up, right? And that's some of the things that I've even been doing right now. So the AI advantage is yours. The job market looks completely different. So be strategic, stay current, combine human and AI touches. So really work with AI to make things sound truly like you. I'm not going to get into all of those little nuances because Alicia has so much training on how to personalize your ChatGPT, but make sure that you do that. So as you're applying, as you're updating your resume, and as you're doing all of these things, you're leveraging AI and all of its power to truly make you stand out. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to go through some of the questions here. Feel free to put them here in the chat. Oh my God, so much going on. I'm so excited. All right, so let's see if anybody have, any questions. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, Lakeisha, I like your picture. Love it, girl.
Here we have Nikon asking, does the version of ChatGPT matter?
Well, no. From what I know so far, I do have a paid version. I have a $20 a month paid version. I think it will only matter when you're using AI agent. Right now, because of my $20 subscription, I get a total, I think it's of like 36 or 40 something searches. Correct me if I'm wrong, Adrian, but I don't think it matters when it comes to using Spruce, when it comes to attaching the documents or any of that. You do have a limit when you use a free version of ChatGPT. So if you have way too many conversations, it'll time you out and say you can't come back until tomorrow or a few hours, and then you can come back in and start again. But if you're in your job hunt, if you are an entrepreneur or doing anything within technology, I think that $20 a month version is like so worth it. But there's a lot you can do with the free as well. Any other questions? Free
Okay, we
Gemini
have-
doesn't create. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, there was some comments about free Gemini does not create a headshot for my photo. I will double check the image that you're using. That was Anna Marie that was asking, but I did try it with both because I have a paid version of Gemini and then my husband has the free account and I just swapped and I was able to create the picture. So maybe just play around with the prompt or uploading a different picture. Go ahead, Adrian.
And Dolores is saying, did you use the prompts via ChatGPT or Gamma?
Did I use the prompts?
Yes, I think she's saying, did you create the prompts in ChatGPT or Gamma?
I did create the prompts using ChatGPT. And a lot of times I will just talk to ChatGPT. So I will just, and I'm sure most of you know, but I just use the dictate button here and I tell it what I want. And then I ask, can you write me out a prompt for the agent? Or can you write me out a prompt that will get me the best results when evaluating my LinkedIn profile and my resume? And it'll give you the prompt. And then I start a new chat with the prompt that AI gave me. And then I follow those steps. So if you're looking for ways to communicate with ChatGPT, you just ask ChatGPT.
All right. And we have Craig asking if this format can be used for contracting gigs as well.
There is, so if you're looking for contractor gigs, you can tell the agent that that's what you're looking for. And if the opportunities are posted that way, the agent will find it.
All right. And Phyllis is saying she missed how to set up Tyrone.
Ah, Tyrone, I know. And this, I was so glad when Alicia showed us, but you click down here in your settings. So if you're in your ChatGPT, you click on your settings, and I believe you're going to personalization, and you go into, where is the voice? Do you know, Adrian, exactly where it is? Is it personalization? There is a feature here where you can actually, general, here we go. All right, so you go under general, down to voice, and you pick spruce, but there's a bunch of different,
Hey, how's it going? I'm looking forward to working together.
there's that.
Hello.
And you can just change it.
Hi, glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work together.
But
Where shall we
spruce is-
start?
Spruce is definitely the best, so we'll keep spruce. But then when you are here and you want to talk to Spruce or Tyrone, like we call them, you can click here and use voice mode and just start speaking to it. And the voice that you selected and or Spruce will start talking back to you as well.
All right. And for those who are asking for the prompts, the link is in the chat. Fill out the feedback form and you'll have full access to the prompt list.
Yes, perfect.
Also, the links are on there to follow Leslie on Instagram and connect with her on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Any other questions? The prompt is super helpful. Awesome. Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, I see resume and cover letters. Leslie, I've been using AI to help me with my resume and cover letters, but I attended a workshop last week and an employment coach told us if we use AI to write a resume, it will be discarded by the AI. Sorting the resume for employers and recruiters. If you are only using, if you're asking ChatGPT or any AI tool to just completely write something for you and you're directly copying and pasting and making it sound very much like AI, I mean, your resume may be flagged, right? Because the language is not going to sound like you. So that is why it's important for you to personalize your ChatGPT so that when you are uploading your experience, uploading your LinkedIn profile, your resume, have back and forth conversations, you should never take what GPT gives you off of one response at all. You should always go back and forth to make sure that you are getting the most personalized resume or email or whatever you're working on. You want to make sure that you are not just copying and pasting, because it can be detected that you are using language that sounds like ChatGPT. There's a lot of key takeaways, there are a lot of key giveaways when you do that. So make sure that you never just go remake my resume and then just copy paste and throw it into a Word doc, because that's not authentically you. You want to make sure you're using AI ethically. So use it as a tool, not as the full response that it is. So take the time to just personalize it.
And someone's asking, what are the privacy concerns?
If you have any privacy concerns, there is a way in the settings where you can select, where you could select like dual, let me make sure I have the language correct. I don't want to say the wrong thing. You go right into security, multi-factor authentication. You do want to set that up. Also, if you're uploading your resume and uploading your background or any of that, remove your name, remove your address if you have any concerns of that nature, and just take the body of the information. And then when you get the actual document, then you can go in and make those edits and enter your personal details. But turning on multi-factor authentication will actually add an extra layer of security on all of your information. I hope that answers the question.
Right. Any more questions?
There were some questions about provide a list of AI tools needed except ChatGPT, what they're used for in the cause. I'm Charlie kept getting knocked out. Yeah, so the only tools that I used was ChatGPT and then Gemini to create your photo. All right, perfect.
Anna Maria just put her link again for LinkedIn in the chat.
Perfect, yep. And if you want all of the prompts, then I'll even add on the list of the tools that I use, but there's steps on everything that I did. I have that in a doc for you. So submit the feedback form there and I'll get that over to you right away. Thank you so much. Please explain why we're not getting the prompts after completing the survey. I have to send them out. I'll send it to you, Laura. That part I did not automate. I should have, but I didn't. But I didn't. I got you, Laura, though. I'll send them over. All right, awesome. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much, Leslie. Great presentation. Everyone really appreciated it. They're showing their love in the chat. You can see it going up. I'll send you the chat as well so you can run through. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's Learning Tube session, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.